Every doctor, every engineer, every dentist, they all started out by having some great teachers.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new season of Chats with Dr. Ken. I am Dr. Ken Britt, Chancellor here at Marian University in Indianapolis. I'm so thrilled to have a slate of amazing leaders that I'm going to have a chance to talk to this fall season, and what better way to kick us off than to have a conversation with Dr. Ann Kwiatkowski, the new Dean of the Klipsch Educators College.
Well, thank you, Ken. I'm very excited to be here today, and I have thoroughly enjoyed being at Marian University.
That's great. Well, we appreciate that. So as we get into this, one of the things that I like to do when I'm having a conversation with someone is use ChatGPT. So I'm going to ask you 3 things that came out of the ChatGPT response, and you tell me what is true and what is false. First, you began your career as a teacher in 1984 at IPS, the Indianapolis Public Schools. 2, you were a special advisor to Governor Holcomb. And number 3, at one point, you were a teacher of psychology at Mars Hill University. So all 3 of them correct? None of them correct? Tell us.
Actually, 2 of them are correct.
2 are, okay. Which ones are correct?
The first one, I became a teacher in 1984, and my first job was with Indianapolis Public Schools.
Okay.
I always thought that I would join the Peace Corps and go overseas and work. But when I was in college, my senior year, somebody came from IPS and convinced me I can make tremendous impact right in Indianapolis. Wow. The second one that is true was that I was very fortunate to serve as Governor Holcomb's senior education advisor.
Okay, great. So the third one is not true then?
The third one is not true.
You were not a professor of psychology?
No, I was not.
That's funny. So you have been a teacher, you've been a district leader, you are now transitioning to the dean role at the Klipsch Educators College. What has inspired you at every level of your career, whether as a teacher or district leader or working for the governor, and now in higher education? What has inspired you?
Well, I would say what inspired me, I already alluded to it. I wanted to make a difference for people. I want to make people's lives better. I want to make the state better, this world better. And the way I can do that is by giving students opportunities. And so that's why I became a teacher. I knew I could have a direct impact. I enjoyed children. I enjoyed being around people. And that's what drew me to becoming a teacher. And have had wonderful experiences with it. And know that I have made an impact because I still hear from my students that I taught from the 80s. I still hear from some of them today.
That's great. So, you know what? One of the things that I love about our bookstore is they have so much Marian University shirts and mugs and hats. And I would encourage our audience to make sure you stop by the bookstore to get something this year that you didn't have last year. And you'll have some good Marian stuff to walk around.
And thank you for giving me something to drink while we're here. Cheers.
So let's talk about your vision 5 years from now. So where we are today, you want to continue to impact the university, the K-12 world. What do you see? I mean, what's your vision for the Klipsch College, over the next 5 years?
Well, we'll want to continue bringing in our top talent with faculty and students. We also know that the world is changing, and the way we're instructing and the way we're preparing future teachers, we need to make sure we're being innovative. I envision that, we work with so many different partners, and that the great work we're doing, not only with Klipsch, but with our Center for Vibrant Schools, which is our K-12 outreach, that we're able to report on the results, and that we have some research, and that we are able to influence the way others are operating to give our students the best experiences possible.
That's great. So one of the challenges I think we have in American higher education is recruiting people to the education profession. So if we had our audience here, they were considering the education profession either as a career changer, maybe they're in a career, maybe they're working at Eli Lilly and Company and they want to be a high school biology teacher or a chemistry teacher, or you have a 17 or 18-year-old that's considering education as their career. What would you say to them?
Well, one thing I would say is teaching is a calling, or being a leader is a calling. It is not a job. And if you really want to influence people or give opportunities, every doctor, every engineer, every dentist, they all started out by having some great teachers. And so teaching really makes a difference for all of us.
Okay. Well, Leanne, thank you so much for being our first guest this season. I really appreciate your leadership. Thank you for being at Marian University, and I can't wait to see how your influence here is going to just make us an even better place than we already are.
Well, do you know, from the very top, our leadership you're such visionary leaders and bring so much to us, and it is just a great place to work and to thrive. So thank you for all that you do.
Thank you very much. All right. One more cheers.
One more cheers.
Bookstore.
Go to the bookstore.
Thank you for watching this episode of Chats with Dr. Ken. See you next time.